So in this video, we're going to review storage available on Pegasus and Triton. I made a table here to make it easier for you to differentiate between the different types. So every project is by default allocated a home storage and a scratch storage. Home storage, you're given 250 gigabytes, and Scratch is 2 terabytes by default. You can request more on Scratch depending on how much you need, but by default, everyone's given 2 terabytes. There's a few differences between these two. Home, it's not, you could use it to store a small amount of data, but we also encourage you to use it to install any software that you might need. So let's say that there are software that's not available with the lmod commands, no software modules. You could install it into your home directory. Another key difference is that your home storage is accessible only to you. It is your area to do whatever it is you need to do there. It's not accessible by anybody else. Conversely, in Scratch, this is your your project's storage. This is your group's project area, right? So anyone in your group can access the Scratch space. So this is where you can use to collaborate and to share your data. You can store it in Scratch. It's mainly used for active input and output data when you're running jobs, and it's more enhanced, let's say, than home directory. So when you're running jobs, you'll want to run them in Scratch. But it's also important to note that Scratch should only be used for temporary storage. You don't want to store all your data there for months on end for several reasons. So one, if you're using SUs, like you have a grant, like an early career or advanced computing grant, and you store, a terabyte of data in your Scratch, that gets taken from your service units at the end of the month. So that could, if you have a lot of data, that could very quickly eat away at your allocation. So what we recommend is, if possible, once you're done running your jobs, that you move your active input and output data off of Scratch. The other reason is that Scratch data is subject to purge after 21 days. So let's say Scratch is filling up and we need to create space to maintain the functionality of Triton Pegasus. We reserve after 21 days, if a project, like let's say, is inactive and there's not a lot of Scratch space left, we do reserve the right to purge it. We'll always try to notify you, email you, hey, we're going to be purging soon. Please try to move the data off somewhere or delete it. But sometimes that's not always possible because we need to prioritize the state of the file system. So please, I encourage you to run your jobs in Scratch, keep your active input output data there, process what you need, and then move it when you can. So that's what's available for free. The other things that we have available, the other storage, are projects storage and CES, or cost-effective storage. So this does not come automatically with your allocations. This is an extra service that we provide. So projects is, and this is the minimum. It's a minimum of 10 terabytes of storage on the cluster. So like, let's say you need to process like 20 terabytes of data, or that you're going to be using a lot of data. You would want to purchase like a project's storage. This is, I believe, $50 per terabytes and a minimum of 10 terabytes. So that's what the price is. But this is a fixed annual cost. So you pay it annually once, and then that's what you have available to you in the project storage. It's the same thing as Scratch, except it's not going to be purged. You get to keep it forever as long as you want, and you can process all your data there. Again, it's accessible to all your group's collaborators. So if you know that you're going to be using the cluster for a very long time and you have a lot of data that you need to process, I think that the project storage is probably a very good means to solve that issue. The alternate is CES, or cost effective storage. This is also at a minimum of 10 terabytes, but it's cheaper. It's only $20 per terabyte at an annual fixed cost. The caveat is that this is for passive data. So we store this data is stored on a separate server, a completely separate server, and it's not meant to be used to use for processing directly on the cluster. But it's cheaper. It's just a cheaper alternative method for storage if you need that. We also have utilities that help you copy data from that storage directly to Pegasus and Triton. So, like, let's say you need to copy things from your cost-effective storage server to your Pegasus Scratch. We have the tools to do that for you. So these are just a few of the different types of storage options that we have. I'm going to show you what it looks like on Pegasus because I think it's better to just visualize um, the paths. So right now I'm at my home directory. It's net home, but this is my home directory, the 250 gigabytes. I'm going to go into Scratch now, Scratch Projects HPC. This is my Scratch directory. This is where I am now. We also have Projects directory, which I believe that's Projects NB. Yeah, Project NB here. This is the Projects directory. So if you were to purchase that 10 terabyte minimum, you could process your data from your projects directory. The CS, cost-effective storage, is on a totally separate server called Apex. So, if you were to purchase that option, then we would onboard you and show you how to store your data on that server. And these are just the different types. We have a few more, not a few more. We have some more documentation, more details on our ACS Read the Docs that I'll share in the description.